Welcome to the channel. I'm Dave and this is Road Garage. So it's been a little bit since I gave you an update of what's happening with all the cars in the garage here. So I wanted to give you a little update of what's coming up and what we're working on and projects. So first, we've got the Corvette. So if you missed it, you're missing out. You need to go check it out. We just dynoed this thing and it is officially the highest horsepower vehicle I have ever actually built. And it is the highest horsepower vehicle on pump gas that I own. So check out that video. There's even more to come with this. So the next vehicle that we're working on is something new. We've got another red car to add to the mix. So we've got this Ferrari 458. We're going to talk about that just a little bit more. But amazing car. This is the first 458 I've ever driven and had experience with, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Then we've got the truck. Ever since we did that transmission swap, I've just had car after car breaking, and it's been killing me not having this thing ripping. So this is the next one. We're going to get the last couple things sorted with the tuning and the transmission. We're going to get it on the dyno again and see what kind of numbers it makes. I'm hoping for 4-digit numbers at the tires on these 37s with this thing as well. But this is coming up soon. This is going to be one of the next ones we work on. But I've got to go get some tires for the front of this 458. So we got to scoot, and then we'll hit the rest of the garage here after we get back.
Pretty good.
That's not bad for an NAVA.
Yeah. Wow. That's really impressive.
I don't know, what do you think? Do I see a Ferrari in my future more than the present? I don't know. I think it's pretty sick. Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
In race mode, it's a little more annoying to drive slow speeds. It's like,
yeah, because it just wants to go.
yeah, like it's more jerky at slow speeds. See, I've got it in just sport. You see, it takes more throttle to get that exhaust to open up. So it's got those 3 exhaust tips, and when the valves are closed, you're just working off of the little center guy. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's got some good noises, and this is still stock exhaust and everything too.
That's impressive.
You know, I could imagine. I mean, everybody talks about how amazing these things are, straight piping them.
I could see that. Yeah.
I think to not piss the neighbors off, I think I'd still want to do like a Valvetronic or something.
Yeah.
So that I could still have it be a little bit more mild. Nice and responsive.
Yeah, it is.
No turbo lag at all. That's the only potential problem that I have with this car. Is like turbos are kind of my thing, and if I did this car, I probably want a turbo it. But if I want to turbo this car, I might as well just buy a 488 that already has this motor with turbos.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but if I do that, then that's a little bit redundant too, because I've already got a flat plane crank V8 twin turbo that makes 800 horsepower with a big giant wing. So, yeah. I don't know. For Ferrari, maybe instead of the V8, instead of maybe something like this, maybe I do a V12 something.
Now we're talking.
NA V12. Get that like crazy scream, and then you're still about 700 or so horse.
I like it.
Yeah. So, what is the deal with this car? I did not buy this. This is not a new car for the channel as far as that I own. But it's a friend of mine's, and I've done and I'm kind of finishing up a full service on this. So we changed all the fluids, so engine, transmission, clutch, new spark plugs. We're going to get new tires. I got it up on the lift, and he's got cord actually showing on the one driver's side front tire. So we are going to get that done and check the alignment, make sure that nothing's off. A lot of these sports cars, the way that they just set the camber on these, they just wear out fast on the inside edge, which is where it's worn, and it's actually kind of a normal thing for these. I gotta remember, I keep going to do the arms for turn indicators and stuff. Everything's on the steering wheel,
yeah,
so I have no
no
arms. The only thing out here is just the shifter. When I rented that 488, that was like the biggest thing I had to get used to. The other interesting thing with this is you've got a key, but you got to turn the key and then push the start button.
I still give you the satisfaction of a push start, but you got the key.
But on the steering wheel, you got turn indicators, you've got your windshield wipers, and then your headlight stuff here too. And then your suspension controls, and then this is all your different modes for the going into race mode and that.
That's a very nice interior.
Yeah, this is definitely
Wow.
yeah. This is good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I don't know. With this stage, do we do something NA? It is a really great handling car. You know, to me, this is kind of the Ferrari equivalent to like a GT3 RS. You know, I think I don't know time-wise, but I know as far as handling and all of that, they're really light and nimble. It's about the same power as like those GT3 RSs. I do like the Spider, being able to open the rear window.
Yeah.
And this. The only part that I kind of go back and forth with going Spider versus like the coupe is I do really like being able to see the engine. Because the coupe has kind of like the Lambo, it's got the whole kind of hood that opens in the back, and it's got the clear top so you can see the pretty engine with the red intakes.
Yeah, I know the engine does look really nice.
Yeah, and this you don't see. I mean, when you open the little roof thing in the back, or the hood in the back, all you see is kind of the little bit of the back end of the intakes, and that's about it. They're actually not bad to work on. I'd have to say it's better than the McLaren. You know, they give you, even being the Spider, they give you pretty good access to get into the engine. You know, doing the spark plugs and all of that was really not bad. You know, the McLaren, you got to do everything from inside the fender wells and from inside the car when you open that access panel.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit tough. So we are back from getting tires and alignment on the 458, and hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll be doing plugs on that, and then that car's actually back out of here. A little bit sad. It's been kind of nice having a Ferrari here as well to add to the collection. It's fun opening up the garage and seeing one more extra toy. But hitting these other cars on what's going on with it. So the Saleen. It's been a little bit since we've really seen much going on the Saleen. I think our last one that we had was pulling this, you can see little bits of it, the green wrap. So we had previously called this our soda can. It is no longer the soda can. It is now the barn fire find is what we're calling it, because that is actually what originally happened to it. It was part of a guy's collection. It was in a barn fire, and you can see all the yellow on this. There's a lot of that all over the car. That's smoke damage from the fire it was in originally. For those of you that maybe didn't see the videos back when I first got it, you know, a couple years ago, I got this on eBay, flew out to Iowa, drove the thing back. So here she is. It is a 2007 Saleen Mustang Supercharged Extreme. It's got this crazy green candy wrap. So the plan on this and what we're doing and what we're in the middle of right now on this is a paint job. I'm actually going to be going with the same bright white that it was originally, but I'm doing a diamond pearl in it. And then we've got some fun colors and a whole kind of livery that we're doing that's a bit more race car themed that we're going to be doing with this car. And the biggest, most exciting part of this one is the twin charging. So as you can see, it's got the supercharger that's from Saleen. So this is a Saleen Extreme, fully built forged motor. It makes right around 580, 600 horse. It made like 480 at the tires with this supercharger setup. We're going to be taking this, we're leaving all of this essentially alone, and we're going to be putting a couple of turbos on the back. Similar turbos, the ball bearing comp turbos that we've got on the back of the Corvette. We're going to be running those on the back, so we're going to have both. We're going to have the supercharger and the other, and so you kind of get the top end of the turbo, the instant boost of the supercharger. I've always wanted to experience that, so this is going to be our first twin charged build. I'm super excited, but we're in the middle and show you a little bit of what I'm already doing. I'm already starting to sand and prep all of the panels to get them painted. Hopefully over the winter time here in the next couple months we'll have this done. So a little bit of a sore subject and it just makes me sad, and it's kind of good when it's sitting on the lift, sitting up high, where all I see is just the underside of it. It's my Lamborghini. You know, we've got a couple of videos of me breaking the engine. She's on. Time to go home. The teardown will begin, I guess. And then me tearing the engine down and seeing what was wrong with it. The update on that is I kind of put it on hold a little bit, mainly for financial, but time reasons as well. We were getting the 720 done, and I was trying to have that be done and ready so that we could take to California and Monterey and do all of that, which if you saw any of that, you can go check that out. So we kind of put that on hold. I'm having to still order some parts. There was some rod bearings that they were completely out of stock of. So I was kind of waiting for some of those to come in. It looks like they may have those in stock now, so I'm hoping to be starting over the next couple of weeks, start ordering the final parts that I need. I just need some gaskets and some bearings. The engine will go back together. It's already done at the machine shop, and we're ready to go there. So this, I'm not trying to make more power. I just want to be able to drive this thing. That's it. It's fast, it's fun, sounds amazing. Everybody always asks me, what's my favorite car to drive? And I always say, when it's running, the Lamborghini. And unfortunately, between the transmission problems and now the engine problems, there's been a decent amount of time owning this car that it's been broke down. Most all of it is really not the car's fault. These Gallardos are actually pretty dang reliable cars, but when it's making a huge amount of power and you got an idiot that's driving it that runs it to 9,200 RPM, those two don't mix so well. So this, I'm hoping before first of the year we have the motor back together, and we'll show you as we finally get some of those parts. We'll show that and have it all back together and ripping. I'm not going to end up from where it was before. It's not going to have a lot of major changes, just back together where I can actually drive it. But I love the fireballs, love the noises. So as we're going by, I know we already kind of hit the Corvette, but again, I'll do a plug for our video. If you missed it, if you haven't seen it yet, check out the dyno video. Out of I think all the videos we've done so far, watching that one again on the edit was probably one of the most exciting ones for me, like reliving the excitement that we had, you know. Is there guys out there making lots more power with similar combinations? Yes, but for me, it's the most I have ever done with something I built, and of course too, it's on that 91 pump gas and making that 1100. So check that video out, help us out, watch the whole thing, watch all the commercials, and subscribe too if you think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. At the end of the day, I build these things for me, and I build what I think is cool and what I love, whether it's the colors or the wheels, wide body, whatever it is that I'm doing. And I hope that you guys like it at the end of the day. So the last thing, we're going to finish this. So we've titled this video A Big Announcement. So what is this big announcement? Well, it has to do with this McLaren 720. We've got a whole 1.5 year build series on this car. So this car, we're calling it the Wrecked Facebook Marketplace 720 because that's where I got it. I found this thing on Facebook Marketplace, thought I was getting a smoking deal, was absolutely not getting a smoking deal. The car was wrecked, but kind of put back together with baling wire, self-tappers, and some duct tape. It was an absolute mess. You can kind of check out some of the videos and see how far this car has come. It's been an astonishing amount of work. It took me a 1.5 years to do it. Check out, you at least see the final video of it finally coming together. But couldn't be happier with how this thing turned out. I think it looks crazy. I think out of all the cars we have, it has the craziest driving presence out there with the big wing, the color, all of the stuff that we ended up doing with it. But there's this little show in Vegas called SEMA. This is going to be there. So we're going to be in the Viju tuning booth. So we're going to be putting all the Viju branding and all of that all over the car. And this is going to be in SEMA. I get to go to SEMA. I've actually never even been to SEMA, so this is going to be my first experience ever even going. And not only do I get to go, but I get to have a car in it and kind of get this full experience, which I'm super excited to. So, this year's been huge. First time going to all of Car Week out in Monterey and actually having a car there, and then now going to SEMA as well. So we're super excited to be able to have that there, experience all of that. But yeah, we're going to SEMA. We're going to be putting together another video of this kind of prepping for SEMA. Unlike a lot of the build series that you see where they're getting cars ready and it's this mad rush to get it ready, we're not going to have that because it's basically done, which is great on the stress level side of things. But we're going to be running it on the dyno, see what kind of numbers it puts out as part of this kind of prep video. Again, I'm super excited. But we're going to tie this video off here. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for some new and more exciting builds and things. And we've actually got some other cars that we're hoping to add to the mix here soon as well, with some builds and rebuilds and all that kind of stuff. But until then, I'm out of here.